about one interesting issue which is related to the maximum number of duplicate updates in one batch. So here we could see the following situation. So someone have, let's say, very simple flow, right? So here is a record triggered flow, here is some decision element, and based on the decision element, here is an update, right? And in that update, they are getting the following error message that, hey, maximum number of duplicate updates in one batch, reached, right? Only the following number is actually allowed, and you are failing, right? And guys, we actually struggle to identify, right, for such simple flow, what might be the issue, right? So first of all, for you guys to understand what might be the root cause, it's the basic idea here is in the following. If you have something like this in your code, like for example in the flow or in the triggers or wherever, right? When in one collection of the records, you're adding the same as object with the same ID. So in that case, if there will be more than, like the following number of times that record will appear in that list, so in that case, you will get, that exception that ID is actually, duplicated in that list, right? It's exactly the same, like we have for the flow, right? And flow failing because of that reason. So what actually might cause? So first of all, if you have a complex flows or complex logic, of course, the same record might be mentioned a couple of times and be added into the list of records for updates. So another potential issue might be recursive. Like for example, if you have a flow, if you have a triggers, and that could invoke another DML on the same record and so on and so forth, and then number of records could be combined during the same transaction, right? It could give you the same error. So what might be advices to do in that situation? So advices might be for you to try and keep your tools that you're using, like for example flow or apex triggers, right, in one place, and control the number of executions. Like for example, if you're using triggers, so in that case you could coordinate like what is a recursion numbers that you could actually use, plus try to optimize your flows, right? And your flow should actually not required logic, or they always should make sure that records that they are adding into collections not yet were added, and so on and so forth. So when you understand the actually root cause, right, you could understand how to build like architecture of your solution around it.